World Tourism Day is coming up, and Lexington Post Office employees want to help families take advantage of the day. This morning, they held their second annual passport fair to help take the confusion out of applying for one. Getting a passport can take at least 4 weeks. Post offices across Kentucky had extra staffing and stayed open late today.
It was probably the least complicated thing I've ever done for the government. It's nice to finally know this is the last big hurdle. Behind it, just got to pack now, which is another hurdle, but that can wait till later.
You can get a passport in Lexington Monday through Saturday at the post office on Nandino Boulevard. Officers found a man dead on a central Kentucky road. Now they're trying to figure out how he got there.
Fire destroyed a Boyle County barn and everything inside of it, including vehicles and several pieces of farming equipment.
It's a big game tonight for the Cats, and Big Blue Nation is ready for it.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Police in Berea found a man dead on the side of the road. You're watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Officers found 71-year-old Billy Croucher last night at the intersection of Prospect and Forest Streets. Investigators believe a driver hit him. WKYT's Mike Linden is in Berea, where police are trying to figure out what happened. He has our top story at 6.
According to the Madison County coroner, just before midnight last night, 71-year-old Billy Lee Croucher of Berea was hit and killed behind me here on Prospect Drive. Berea police officials say at 11:56 Friday night, 71-year-old Billy Lee Croucher was struck by a car driving eastbound on Prospect Drive. People nearby say the road is constantly filled with traffic.
It's fast all the time, so much that you can't get out of the driveway, and you see so many people nearly get hit.
Police say that's what happened to Croucher. According to the Madison County coroner, he was dead when they arrived on scene.
We know for a fact that this was a hit-and-run collision. Our accident reconstructionist was called to the scene. We had it roped off for about 3 hours while we processed the scene, collected evidence.
Sergeant Reed says Croucher was wearing bib overalls at the time of the crash. Neighbors say they've seen the 71-year-old walking along Prospect Street before.
We've seen him walk through here a couple times. Usually it's like late hours.
While it took unfortunate circumstances, neighbors hope city leaders and police will take notice of the intersection in the future.
We could probably use a stoplight or more police patrols. It's really an unsafe intersection.
Berea police officials say that their investigation is ongoing and they still do not know who hit and killed Croucher last night. In Berea, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Police are still trying to track down the person responsible for hitting Croucher. Crews have now reopened one lane of Interstate 64 west near the Fayette-Scott County line. Around noon today, Lexington police say a car swerved into the path of a semi, causing both to crash. The car went into the median. The semi caught fire. Crews rushed both drivers to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A homeowner is trying to save what's left of his barn after a fire burned it down. Firefighters say the barn on Cranetown Road in Perryville caught fire around 9 last night. Thankfully, no one and no animals were inside at the time. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is tracking the investigation into what started the fire.
Those out here in the Cranetown Road area of Boyle County say you could see the smoke and flames from miles away. Today, the owners of that barn, devastated by fire, say they are still in shock about what happened here last night.
As Andy Coyle looks at the destruction left behind, he says he is in disbelief at how quickly flames overtook his barn. Still too upset to talk on camera, he says a vehicle, tractors, and several pieces of farming equipment were all destroyed in the fire. Coyle says they were home when the barn caught fire sometime before 9 o'clock Friday night. However, they had no idea what was going on out their back window. He says by the time a passerby alerted them, the large barn was already engulfed in flames, making for a very large fire as seen in these witness videos and pictures. Firefighters say the wood barn burned quickly, and the heat from the fire was so intense it destroyed the metal roof within minutes. eventually collapsing. Living on this land for 35 years, Coyle says the barn had been here even longer and was the main barn his family used for farming and raising cattle. Now, thankfully, no animals were in the barn as it was used only for equipment.
The Coyles say while this certainly is a setback, they will be okay and will recover. In Boyle County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
The owner says his family does have insurance on the barn. Firefighters have not figured out what started the fire. You may want to take a sweater with you if you're heading out to Commonwealth Stadium tonight. Temperatures across the Bluegrass will be dropping this weekend. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking some changes that feel a lot like fall.
That's right, as we are in the final weekend of fall as well, Kristen. We'll be rolling toward fall by Wednesday, and temperatures will, of course, feel that way as well. Already getting that way across parts of Kentucky out there tonight. Check this out. You can just look at Frankfort, Lexington, and you compare it to Richmond, where they have a little bit of rain moving in, too, by the way. And we're at 69 to 77 degrees over a very short amount of space as that front continues to barrel through. And it's a broken line of showers and a lot of wind also showing up across central and now getting its way into eastern Kentucky. Let's take a closer look at some of those showers. It isn't raining at Commonwealth Stadium, and now that this is just about through the area, it's likely not going to either. This had a few sprinkles a little bit earlier, a lot of cloud cover, but that's it. Still tracking some showers out to our north and to our east along Interstate 64 there toward Moorhead, and you can see some broken showers, so we're not all covered up with this. All of us feeling that cooler air blowing in, though, later on tonight, so even if you don't see any of the rain, you will get in on some of that activity. And I will break it down and track that cooler air into the area hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. The countdown to kickoff is underway. Kentucky will hit the field in less than 2 hours, and the Cats will try to go for 3-0 tonight. They're hoping to break their 28-game losing streak against the Florida Gators. WKYT's Lee K. Howard is here with a preview of tonight's game. Hey, Lee K.
Hey, Kristen. The Big Blue Nation saw one streak come to an end last week, the road losing streak at South Carolina. Now they're anxious to see this streak with Florida in. No question, the Cats come home riding high, and they can run their record to 3-0 tonight with a win. Now, Mark Stoops said that he had to get after his team. It was the Monday after South Carolina, and this past week it was Wednesday that he had to crack down.
Fortunately, we were able to grab them and get their attention and get them refocused because that's how I felt at the time, or I wouldn't have said it, you know. So, like I said, most of the time it correlates that way. How you practice is how you play. You know, we win the games throughout the week, but in general, when you got a good game plan and the guys go out there and execute it and they understand it and are where they need to be and play to their ability, then I like our chances. If we don't, then we don't have a very good chance.
And here's another thing. The Wildcats going with those chrome helmets tonight, hoping that will bring some good luck. If you remember last year against South Carolina at Commonwealth Stadium, the Wildcats wore those chrome helmets, so maybe we'll see a same result tonight at 7:30. We'll have much more on this game coming up a little bit later in sports. Kristen?
Hope we do. Thank you, Lee K. The excitement is building as we get closer to kickoff. Fans and students are out right now enjoying another pregame concert outside Commonwealth. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is there too, talking with fans. Garrett, I bet a lot of people started celebrating game day very early today.
They sure did, and it is football time in the Bluegrass, and after a big win last week at South Carolina that snapped a long losing streak, Cats fans here are hoping to break another streak tonight at the new Commonwealth Stadium. It's been a great afternoon for tailgating before tonight's game. Fans enjoying the atmosphere out here today, including a pregame concert. Now, the last time UK beat Florida, most of the students who will be inside the stadium cheering on the Cats, well, they weren't even born. But don't talk to them about 28 straight losses to the Gators, because Cats fans here, they don't want to hear it. They are confident in a Cats win tonight.
We're going to do it. No doubt in my mind. Stoops troops coming here, Visor gang, coming here on a business trip, getting work done. Go Cats.
Now, a win over Florida would be huge. Not only would the Cats would have a 3-0 start on the young season, but keep in mind, if Big Blue Nation decides to storm the field after tonight's game, then UK would face a hefty $250,000 fine. Obviously, still not even game time yet, and then you still have a long game ahead to find out what exactly happens, but just something to keep in mind as the night goes on. Live at Commonwealth Stadium, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.